you've shared the stage with like people like LiSA. I would love to like. It's like we're talking about like one of the biggest anime singers in the world. I did a whole episode on this podcast, like just speaking of like if you had to think of an anime like vocalist, like I think LiSA automatically. Like, what's the experiences like performing alongside like very mainstream Japanese artists and like their influence of that on your own work?
Oh, I mean, it's amazing, and more important, before anything else, I always tell people when I get to meet, these amazingly talented, inspirational artists, I meet them and I'm like, oh, you're the sweetest person, like I always want to lead in with that one first because, of course, there's amazing musicians, but they can be jerks. But everyone I've met, from meeting Flo and from meeting LiSA, from meeting Nano to meeting, all these amazing Japanese talent who have been able to, me over the years. Everyone is so kind. You don't get to the top. You more or less you don't get to the top, by being a jerk. So opening for LiSA, of course, was an amazing experience. That was all through Crunchyroll. And like the Crunchyroll team is so friendly. They're so professional, and you know, um, it's hard to really encapsulate like what that really means under the hood. But I think it's like, for someone like me who grew up in a small town in Westbrook, Connecticut, to now living in Tokyo, Japan, 30 some years later, to work with these amazing artists who you dream, you dream of to ever even,
Literally.
be in the same room with, right? It's humbling and rewarding to know that, like, if you have a goal in mind, if you have a vision and you're so dedicated to that vision, you can make it happen. And I think that's my main takeaway when I'm reminded of these experiences, is like, yeah, like everything is possible. And I don't mean that I don't mean that in a necessarily beautiful whimsy way. I mean it like, if you work really hard and you focus and you make the right choices, like you can really make it happen.